Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's been the shitter.
What would you say?
It's been the shitter.
Oh, really? Why is
Yeah.
that?
It's just it's been fun. I
Mm,
mean, I'm gonna slur myself when I say this. I got called a fag 8 times today.
really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got fagged 8 times. I got sissied like 4 times. You
Wow.
know, you know, because I mean, not gonna lie, I door dashed today because I'm about to run out of my unemployment, and so I gotta do something.
Right, right.
And so, um, it's just it sucks. So,
Huh.
um,
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That is just unbelievable.
yeah, you know, I mean,
People suck, you know. So,
yeah, they do. Yeah, they fucking do.
I,
So,
I had a boss. I had a boss once who that was his favorite saying when he got, especially Fridays, because that's when for some reason Mondays and Fridays seemed to be the day for him and for me too. When people would just, show them that their wonderful selves, and you'd hear the hello, Elaine.
Hello there. It's a really bad idea to piss somebody off who's bringing you food.
Yeah,
really,
The only thing
I
that's
mean,
worse
really,
is
because
pissing somebody off who's fixing you food.
the lack of common sense. That is such a good point. Wow,
Oh my God.
I can't tell you like I had somebody like pre-slur me in the chat before I got there. They're like, "Hurry up, faggot! Get my food here," or whatever. And I was like, I want to take the burger out of the bag and piss all over it."
Well,
Well, there's a lot more subtle ways, if you could take the burger out of the bag and do some other, high pee into the food. They would never know. So,
well, I thought about you this last couple of days, Wendy, because yesterday my brother called and said he had half of a cottage pie from Conroy's Irish Pub and he couldn't finish it. So I went and got it Saturday night. And that's what I had for dinner yesterday. And then just now, my ex and I had dinner. We went to Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen's a Southern thing, right?
Yeah, Dairy Queen is
no,
that is yeah. Well, I see it that way.
we have. Wait, don't we have Dairy Queen here? I don't go to them, but
I
We don't
like
have
I feel
very many of them anymore, but
that far north. I feel like you guys have like Culver.
we have Culver's. I don't like Culver.
we've had like the invasion of Culver's. What is that place? I don't even know.
That's
It's
what.
like
That's,
Dairy Queen, but it's
yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
Wisconsin of it.
the menu is very similar. I don't like their
Yeah.
custard though. Because I always order chocolate and it's too dark. It's like too chocolate. That's what I like about Dairy Queen. It's kind of mild, you know.
yeah.
So,
So
anyway,
yeah, they've gone on a building tear up here. Like they put up a Culver's like about a mile away from here, and where I
mhm,
live in Southwest Cleveland, and
mhm.
there's been probably 5 other ones in Northern Ohio that have opened up, Northeast Ohio that have opened up in the last
Mhm.
that. So I don't know.
Mm,
I'd be curious if Wendy Parker's on if they have them in that part of Ohio where she's at.
I
So
bet they do. I bet they do. Hi, Pussy, come here. Come here. Oh, that's just so.
Oh, we're playing with the pussy now.
yeah,
She hears me on the live, and she's
she's
got to come and say hello. She's such a good
she's like,
girl.
oh,
Did you see how I wrote you today, Elaine?
I did. That was lovely.
Do you approve? Do you approve of my?
Sure.
I mean, when I write you guys. Oh, Rick, you don't know this. So instead of doing the short list article at the end of the day, I'm wrapping whatever it is I want to write about in the fictional bar.
Okay.
And so everybody's in the bar. If you're a paid sub, you can be a character in the bar.
Okay.
And so, do you want to be a character in the bar, Rick? Because I could totally put.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. I better not be right now. So Rick does not want to have anything remotely connected to falling off the wagon inside of my brain. So
No. I get it. I mean, I could keep you like non-alcoholic or whatever.
yeah, that's fine. That's okay. That's good.
But that means you also have to realize a character about you is being written in a queer bar.
I don't care. That part,
Okay, great. I'm gonna
c'est la vie, right? It's go
Just
right
so
ahead.
getting back to fast food. I got a text from Sonic today because I have the app, and apparently they have a new slush called a pickle Rita.
Oh,
It's like pickle juice and lime syrup. It sounds absolutely disgusting.
That sounds like ass. I'm sorry.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know what the fascination is with pickles. I've seen pickle potato chips, pickle, ice cream, pickle yogurt, pickle, just about everything pickle-fied lately. And I'm like, why? I have none interest in trying that out. That's
When I was a little girl, we used to have a community swimming pool because I grew up in a brand new subdivision,
Yeah.
There was a pool a few blocks away. And yeah, they used to sell pickles on a stick. And in order to get rid of the juice, they would freeze the juice and sell pickle sickles. And they were like a nickel piece. This was like in 1970, it was a long time ago.
Look, you can stop right now. Just stop. Right now, okay? Yeah, stop talking about fucking pickles. And here's one. Okay. I'm a trans woman. That means I take spironolactone and estradiol, and it causes pickle cravings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I see a jar pregnant. I'm like, oh God!
You just pretend you're pregnant.
Well, it's that one's got to go. Like, wow, that's an interesting one. I have never heard that. Very cool.
Yeah.
Brandon, if I had to get a frozen pickle, I'd throw up.
No.
Wow.
No.
Anyway.
So what's going on?
Look, I'm bringing up the short list. Give me a second.
Oh, sure.
I'm bringing up the short list.
Oh, that Kyle Langford thing, that was fucking disgusting. Did that really?
That California guy?
Yeah, Kyle Langford. So, did you hear about this, Rick?
Okay, well, I just saw your note this morning, right? Wasn't it?
Okay, so Langford is a California governor candidate.
Right.
And he posted a picture of himself transposed over the top of the front gate of the Auschwitz death camp.
What?
And hold on. And the quote says, "This is my solution for 0% unemployment."
Oh, man. That's unbelievable. No way.
Yeah.
Well, and I saw just now, apparently some Republican has introduced a bill to rename the Kennedy Center after Donald Trump. So not just the Opera House.
The Kennedy Opera House will be renamed the Melania Trump Opera House.
Yeah.
And then the main building will be named the Donald Trump building.
I'd heard about the Melania part, but I hadn't heard about the other. And I'm just, oh God.
And, and attendance will drop down to a big fat zero. Wow.
Right. So
I keep waiting for him to have his Ceausescu on the balcony moment, and it keeps not fucking happening.
You mean the up here fall off or what?
No.
What's a Ceausescu? I don't know.
Let me get to the funny part. Trump issued a memo saying that he is allowing federal workers to persuade coworkers that their religion is correct.
Yeah, and encourage. I just read this right before I hopped on, and encourage in place invitations at the workplace for Christian and religious based like faith meetings and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a thing, and it's gone out to federal workers and supervisory positions and so forth. So yeah, it's what could go
Well,
right, Brandon? Or what could go
I
wrong?
don't
I
work.
can't think of
I
it.
don't work for a government entity. I work for a private corporation. Um, and we have they call it the Christian Friends,
Hmm.
group. And my supervisor and my department head are both active in it. And actually, I think it's kind of funny because, I was working for uh I was working for a church before I went to work for this company 19
Right.
years. And so uh they know that I don't, believe or whatever anymore, but they always invite me to come Christmas carol with them and stuff like that. I'll do that. I'll
Yeah,
sing, I'm here as a musician. I'm not here as a believer, whatever.
yeah,
But I
that's
mean, as long as
benign.
they aren't forcing people, I suppose. I mean, it still is kind of squickish, but
I don't. Yeah, I that part I don't. I, that would make Thomas Jefferson and a couple of other ones just roll over in their graves. So
oh,
that
speaking of which, Wendy, I was going to tell you this too. Okay, 25 years ago, there was a lesbian pastor who was here in the Kansas City area, and I just found this out the other day. 25 years ago, she was more or less censured by her church because she
Right.
did not agree to, live a celibate life. She was single when she was ordained, but she wasn't going to make a promise that she couldn't keep. So she was not allowed to, do a lot of the official things that, um, it was just a lot of petty shit. In
wow.
2009, the church changed there. This was after I no longer worked in the bishop's office, but
Hey,
in
Lane, can I ask you what was it okay if I asked what denomination it was?
ELCA,
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. It's the liberal
Got it.
Scandinavians. And I belonged to that denomination for about 20 years. Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm goofing around online this weekend, and it turns out 25 years after, she was not good enough to be, an official pastor and be treated. They elected her bishop of the synod in June. I was like, yeah, we're not in contact anymore, but I felt like calling her and slapping her on the back.
That's awesome. That is
Mhm.
fantastic, and I love it.
Anyway.
I don't know about where you are, but here in Atlanta, like
Mhm.
especially like inside the perimeter, all of the major Methodist, Presbyterian,
Mhm.
Lutheran, and one of the major Episcopalian churches, they all have queer pastorship.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
yeah, the mainline
And I know at
denomination.
least three
Yeah.
of those have spouses.
Mhm.
They're
I mean,
married in those churches, no less.
yeah. The Presbyterians have split over it. The ELCA has split over it. There was already the ELCA split from, the Missouri Synod is real conservative and Wisconsin Synod is like mossbacks. I'm not sure they realize the Cold War is over. But um but yeah, I mean, most of them have, most of the mainline denominations have split over that or over the ordination of women.
Yeah.
So,
The Methodist Church, I think I said this before, but the Methodist Church went like 90%, yeah, we'll do this, to 10% that were like, no, we're not going to do this. And the
mhm.
ELC was like, fuck you, you're excommunicated.
Well, hey, one of my best friends is a retired United Methodist pastor. She's also a retired social worker, and she's always telling me, "Oh, I don't think you don't really believe." I'm like, "Yeah, well, whatever." But
Oh, somebody that does that. Wow, I'm not questioning anything. I'm just saying I've had folks like that in my life, and it's like
we've been
you
friends
have
for
no
30
idea what's
years.
going
I'll put
on
up
here.
with a lot. We've been friends for 30 years and I'll put up with a lot. But
Yeah.
if you
I
need to
wasn't questioning that at all.
fine.
No, I'm waiting. No, I'm waiting for Mary to reply because Mary says she loves listening to us. I mean, I'm cool with that, but I would just want to confirm.
Okay.
Plus, that gives me a chance to tell everybody you hate my.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing. Trump won't let the Epstein shit die.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not gonna die anyway. I hope
Well,
that's
so
man, he wants the fucking Kennedy Center named after him. May he end up the same way Kennedy did. I'm sorry.
here's the thing. So now he's come out and said that he broke up his relationship with Epstein because Epstein took good people from him. So Trump is just trying to deflect and deflect and deflect and deflect away from this. Oh, Mary, I was gonna say, like, if you're on the Substack app on your phone or your tablet, I can invite you to come in here and then you can talk for 5 minutes and you can pick on me and tell me I'm an idiot and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, so Trump is like, and then the other big thing is that when asked about Trump, the other big thing that Marco Rubio came out and said he definitely sees JD Vance as Trump's successor in 2028.
Oh, okay.
And so okay, we're gonna see how that's going.
So I don't know what your thoughts are there, but I've got to chime in with a couple things. Number one, I'm absolutely of the mind that Vance will have absolutely nowhere near the galvanizing power that Trump has had over MAGA. Oh, going back to 2014, 15, when I look at the way and the way that narrative came together for MAGA to come into existence and have the permission slip to speak the outrageous shit that they say, that was under Trump, and I don't see somebody like Vance being as I hate to give credit to Trump for anything, but I don't see him having that particular skill and that kind or that brand of charisma that gives people the following. I mean, he just isn't that inspiring and that to that soured soul type that MAGA is and appeals to. So that's one. And two, after I saw that press conference clip video from today, where Trump just went in, like, he just drove the golf cart straight off the golf course, right over to the Dairy Mart, straight down the street, and then came back. I mean, he was all over the place. He was out of his mind. And I think he said something like, I never had the privilege of going to Jeffrey Epstein's island or something like that. Or he just said the strangest shit, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And he definitely did not look well. I mean, he looked like he looked one step out of the, like he had his right foot in the coffin. And I'm like, that is some serious shit is coming down on that man. And I'll give you credit, all the credit in the world, Wendy, for the great articles that you've written about his deteriorating health. And I am absolutely on board with you. That there is so much stuff going on with him that it is, we're not going to, I think I wrote today when I thought about it just for a minute, reflected on it. I said to myself, I doubt we've got 6 months of this left, because I don't know how at the slope of the decline, you hit dead. You hit dead in about before 6 months.
Yeah, I literally do not believe that we are going to have Trump definitely not by the midterms. Midterms, he's done. He really is. And so I think he's gonna. I we might be looking at a Weekend at Bernie's situation.
Well, when I've read this it's amazing what we all read as part of our jobs as writers, right? And I read a lot of the posts on X. There are guys on X that boggle my mind when they talk about, like, there's 8 different personas walking around out there that imitate Joe Biden, and that Joe was actually assassinated. Obama, same story. There's these doppelgangers, they call them, that are mimics or twins or whatever of the real people. And, and then they don't, without even, like, they have no cognitive dissonance happening between their ears on the fact that Donald Trump is one step away from for real being that and needing that if he wants to make. And there better be some very practiced actors out there already if they're gonna, like, pull that Weekend at Bernie stuff, right? It just feels like it's how can you go to the Democrat side and say, oh yeah, Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and Biden all have their doppelgangers, and yet you're staring this guy in the face that you can look at, like, without a medical degree. You can go, yeah, he's not doing so good, or listen to him talk, and you can practically see the brains coming right out of his ears and dripping down his neck. I mean, it reminds me of like Rudy Giuliani when he was having that meltdown and the dye from his hair just started running down his forehead at that time in that press conference. Only it's his brains. That's Donald Trump's DJTs, like, these are my brains coming right out. It's like,
I have to tell you, the thing about Rudy is this. Like, you've seen all the shit with Rudy? No. Watch the second Borat movie and get to the end of it where he's in it, and you watch him in it, and he's such a dumbass. Like, he literally thinks he's going to get a blowjob from the girl.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Rudy is a sick fuck.
Yeah. Well, and if he would have shut up and gone into old man quiet status instead of joining into the whatever Trump cabal of things, he could have gone down in history as New York City's hero mayor for a while, and at least to some degree. He could have saved some of it, but now he blew a bankruptcy, which is really kind of hard to do. He went through a lot of other shenanigans, of course, with the January 6th stuff, and before that, election denier stuff. It's just a mess. So yeah, those would be some short drips, Steve. That's funny. that's good. I like that. Yeah. All right. Wow.
Well, Rick, my Ceausescu on the balcony moment in December of 1989, when he was giving that speech, and he had all of his paid political hacks down there cheering for him like they always were.
Yeah.
And then gradually he heard the audience. They were starting to boo, and they were starting to yell Timișoara at him because a couple of days before there'd been that. So that's when he turned for him, and he and his wife ran back inside the building and took off in a helicopter and were trying to get away, and they ended up getting caught. And
oh man, wow.
So I keep waiting for Trump to have his Ceausescu on the balcony moment.
So can we talk about Ghislaine?
Yeah, what
if we pronounce her name correctly, we can.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Yes. Sorry.
Ghislaine.
Fucking French people. Shit.
Those of us who have last names that end in Laine get rather sensitive about this sort of thing.
Okay. I'm not, honey. I don't mean to make you sensitive. Or maybe I do want to make you sensitive.
Okay, when you come on, bring it back.
So she's come out and pled with the Supreme Court and Donald Trump to intervene and commute for sentence. Well, there's a larger problem. The larger problem is this. Mike Johnson came out yesterday and said that giving her 20 years was a mere pittance and that she should be thrown into the pit and left there forever.
Okay.
So Johnson and all the people kind of around him are like, she should never be let out.
Mhm.
Versus like Trump, who says, I think I might let her out. I'm thinking about letting her out. That's political suicide.
Yeah.
Maybe for other people. How many
Literally.
times has he politically offed himself in the last 6 months and he's still in the fucking White House? He doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks.
Well, I get that, but MAGA is really just tearing it up.
Well, so which part is it? So wait a minute. Let's all make sure I'm on the same page here. With do we all think that Trump is not only in the Epstein files as far as name, but implicated as well?
Yeah.
Or is there anybody holding out hope that he's not
No.
or whatever? Okay.
No,
All right.
no.
All right. And then
Yeah.
two, to pardon what you just said should create a kind of paradox situation where you've got on one side somebody, Trump, who would benefit from rewarding her or giving her something that she wants, but I don't understand why she's even bothering to go to the Supreme Court, because they have nothing to do with the pardon function, right? And maybe I'm misunderstanding or misreading my copy of the Constitution, but that her whole line of thinking should be targeted towards giving, saying, I'll exonerate you, Donnie, if you give me a pardon, and that being a transactional deal between the two of them. And then the third part I heard was Mike Johnson saying, oh, no, she deserves to, burn in the hellfire forever and ever and ever, of that. And so that seems like that sets up kind of a paradox or a conflict or something like that between Johnson and Trump. And what I've been wondering for a couple of days, actually, well before like last week when I was out completely, was that the actions of some of the MAGA folk kind of remind me of thinking of a way to get an off ramp from Trump through this whole Epstein thing. So in other words, they by being able to disassociate themselves with him, they can save this is like the best deal for them that they can come up with to get the hell away from this guy before he completely immolates on the tax bill that got passed, on the 5,000 billion parts of his immigration policy that are failed, the ICE raids, everything, all the stuff that people are really wound up right now on the pollsters about. And, I think the Congress is trying, at least the House is trying to look at it 26 and go, now's the time. That's only 400 some odd days out from right now to they've got to get out of that getting crucified by their constituents, right? So they need an off ramp, and this might be the best thing that has presented itself in a long time via the Epstein files, because they can put their hand up and say, no, that's a line too far, we can't cross that, and get all moral high ground on people, and then see if he'll if he goes down in flames with that by pardoning Maxwell. That's tantamount to confession to a lot of the Republicans I've read, MAGA Republicans, to be clear. So I don't know. What do you think? What do my fellow folks here on the screen think?
I'll let you touch that one first, Elaine.
Did I make sense at all? Because I've been out of practice.
I mean, when I first saw that she is maybe wanting the Supreme Court to vacate her conviction.
Okay.
But that would not totally exonerate her, I don't think. Not the way a presidential pardon would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might legally, but the pardon process is more, the symbolism of it is probably what she's looking for.
Yeah, it's sheerly symbolic to her, I think. There's this larger narrative about what happens if Ghislaine gets taken out. Like if they pardon her, then nature abhors a fucking vacuum. And that's going to create a gaping vacuum. And so the Democrats already think that the Epstein files are the way to flip the House and the Senate. And to a large degree, they're probably right. They're going to need a little bit more than that, but that's certainly key to them getting control of the bodies.
Yeah, I think you're right on there.
Edward, you know about the Republican National Convention Grindr thing, right? Apparently, many people have said that the little grinder twiddle, which is a little grinder noise, was heard all over the RNC during the convention. And so there's an actual meme floating around where Mike Johnson's picture was dropped into a grinder chat, and the bubble under it said, "Hey, I'm doing some work, but I can meet you at your hotel room later tonight."
Okay. God.
So,
Wow.
yeah, there's a whole. When we get to the second half of the show, and I drag Brandon in here, we talk about queer stuff. Nick Perro, is it okay to out gay Republicans? That's a good fucking question.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got a question for you in a few minutes, so just wait for it, okay? So yeah, that creates a vacuum that they're just not prepared to deal with. Hi, Kimmy.
Well, I mean, when you say out gay Republicans, the result of someone being outed nowadays is not what it would have been, 40 or 50 or more years ago. So, I mean, we can out them as hypocrites, but remember when, well, you don't because you were probably about 2 years old, but when President Ford got shot, like twice in a month's time, the first person that tried to shoot him was one of the Manson women, Squeaky Psalm. And then about like a month later, this older lady, Sarah Jane Moore, she tried to shoot him. And this man, I don't know, he pushed her arm or whatever so that she wasn't able to hurt him. His name was Oliver Sipple, I think. And it turned out he was a gay man. He'd been in the service. And Harvey Milk was responsible for outing him. He did not want to be outed. And his family was real, if I remember right, he ended up dying in the AIDS epidemic about, I don't know, a decade later or so. But yeah, I mean, back then, outing somebody could really have real horrible repercussions. Now,
now it doesn't seem to be as maybe I'm underthinking it, which I've been.
Well, I mean, I'm not out at work, but that's my choice. I mean, I don't think anybody would be surprised anyway. You can be out in some contexts and not in others, but
I think I'm one of those people that I think that it is criminal to out somebody. And there's a reason that I say this. I mean, I was going to save this for the second half of the show, but basically there's a GOP Congress member who wants to be allowed or put legislation on the floor that says that schools should specifically be able to out queer kids to their parents that don't know that they're queer.
Well, that's an interesting one because one is that is a lot of these schools in the South. You tell me because I'm curious. They are they still in the frame of mind that being queer is like some sort of sexual deviant thing versus just an act of nature? That are they basically contradicting themselves? You know where I'm going with this logic, right? It's like, well, if you can't be queer to begin with, can you really out somebody for being queer to their parents? Or is it just saying? Is it just telling the parents that this person says they're gay at
Yes.
school? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. It's that, but where it's suspected that parents are not aware of how their children are portraying themselves in school. And here's the thing: if they do that, it will lead to a rise in suicide rate. I guarantee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
For kids, that's one of the worst times in the world to have them unwantingly outed. That would be that's horrible. That's like a crime right there. I mean, just that put that in that box and put it aside and just to me call that maybe I'm making it over simple, but call that alone a crime because I lost in high school. I lost 3 out of my class, and 2 of them were my friends who off themselves because of that. So they were humiliated. They were ashamed. It was the 80s. It was all that bullshit, right? So yeah, I mean, that's one I put up in the checkbox of unforgivable for that happening.
Mhm.
So that's the short list I had today. Do you have anything, Rick? By the way, Rick, long break. You're back now. That
Yep.
means we can expect you to come back in at night.
Yep, absolutely.
Good, because
Love
I'm
it.
tired of talking about this shit by myself.
Yeah. No problem. Well, hey, as always, right? If I run my mouth too much, you just tell me to shut on up there, right? And I'll be fine. Right back at you. Feel the love. Feel the love. Anyway, it's all over the place. So yeah, I've been kind of stunned here with some of the things that were going on. Like there's a sharp change in uh, American policy behavior about. Um, I read about Taiwan. Did you see that thing where the president of Taiwan was coming in, wanted to stop in, I think he was on his way to South America, wanted to stop in New York and, visit some folks he knew, and was denied entry through customs because he was Taiwanese. And the official statement came back in that, that was not in alignment with what China wanted. And we didn't want to piss China off. And that was a State Department call. Now, I don't know if that went up to Trump or not, or if that just stayed at the Rubio orbit. But when you're telling a leader of a country that, is dependent, here's my thing. Let me back that one up with a little bit different of a starting moment, which is we have since the end of World War II, we have in the invention of the atomic bomb, we have told that entire rim of countries from Vietnam, Taiwan, South Korea, I could go on, all of them that the US has your back, people, because you don't need to go build your own nuclear weapons because we will defend you no matter what in that area from Chinese aggression.
Of course, we always keep our promises too.
Which right, of course we do. And yes, and right now South Korea is especially after the Iranian thing, South Korea is just itching to take, and Japan right along with them, so I don't say it twice. Both countries are itching and pushing the United States to get their nuclear weapons program online as fast as possible. They all have nuclear power, which is different than a weapons program, right? And we've helped them set up those nuclear powers. And right now, the type of nuclear power they have generates a ton of the type of plutonium or stuff that could be turned into weapons grade plutonium very easily with just another couple steps of processing. And today they don't do that. Today they supposedly park it in containers or whatever and send it here or bury it underground. I don't know exactly what happens to it, but I do know right now Japan number one and South Korea number two are absolutely wound to the nines. And for us now, Taiwan is also like, give us nuclear weapons because you guys have basically told Europe to F off, and we don't know, we don't know where we stand. And we're sitting in the most defenseless position where the quickest Chinese action is going to result in us getting overrun. And we don't believe you guys are going to come to our aid anymore. So I think there could be a huge, just that cascades into trade, that cascades into all sorts of economic implications for all of us here in the United States. And I'm very concerned, very worried because, I have some personal interests in in the area, not going up in smoke. And that'd be really, really big time bad. Not only from a U.S. perspective and just a not thought through thing, but incidents like what happened today could cause things to accelerate down the shitter real quick if they're not dealt with. I'm really concerned about it. So, just that was one I read, and I think there's some interesting stuff to keep our eyes on there. Trump's decline. We've talked about that. That was the other one.
Still pretty good at cheating at golf.
Oh man, I saw, actually it was Tedrick's video
Cedric had a great little video
my
clip
God.
on there. That was fucking hilarious.
That I was rolling at. My wife walked by me and I was staring at the screen real close. I had like my glasses, like this, and she's like what are you looking at? And she walked over and she saw it right away. She says, is that Trump or is that the Trump golfing? I'm like, yeah. And it's him cheating at golf, and she lost it. She doesn't laugh at political stuff very often, but that one she was laughing. She was dying about the bagpipes playing at the news conference that was going on in Scotland. Those fuckers, man. I have some friends through my connections in New York that are heavy into Scotland and Ireland, and I tell you, they are so anti-Trump. They hate his guts up there. I'm surprised that there weren't, sniper rifles pointed at him from inside the shrubbery outside the golf course. They hate the guy, by the way, the most, that lives in that little patch of land right smack in the middle. He's like an annoying little hemorrhoid to Trump. He will never go away. Where he's got his house and he had a path down to the beach to get his salmon fishing. And when they bought the land, he wouldn't sell his little thing. And he's got. They show the picture of like there's the beautiful, like, whatever, not beautiful, but there's the green rolling hills of the Scottish golf course, and then there's this house right in the middle. It just does not fit at all.
Answer to Vera Coking.
Yeah.
Remember that lady in New York that he had to build because she wouldn't move, she wouldn't sell her house.
Yeah.
I don't think she's still around. Boy,
I don't know.
She must be going. I told you, people. Oh man.
That made me laugh. Anything that's a thorn in that man's side, I will laugh at right now. So very cool. No, those are the only things that I had today. I'm still getting back up to speed on all the stuff going on. I'd really glad to be back. Appreciate the opportunity to join.
No, Rick, I always, first half of the show, I'm always gonna,
Appreciate it.
because I hate talking through this political commentary by myself. I don't have another political equal that.
Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Oh my God, she's giving me the hate look.
Rah-rah.
Oh,
Knock one. Knock
I
one.
love you.
Hmm.
Oh, come on, just break the look, please.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat.
Oh shit. Okay. God, I wasn't sure. All right. Rick,
Oh, it
I'm
looks
gonna
like Nick
I'm gonna
wants to
sub you
come
in,
on.
Brandon.
Yep. Bye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, Rick.
See ya.
All right.
Okay, you
go.
gotta let Brandon and Nick on, right?
Well, I'm gonna try to get Aaron. So, but if Aaron doesn't join, then I'll let Nick. I'll
Okay.
let Nick come. Yeah. I'll give Nick a shot.
All right.
I'll give Nick a shot. God damn it, you're not naked.
What? Oh. Hold on. No.
Okay.
I
So
couldn't do
I'm
that.
gonna try to grab Aaron now. Elaine, you cool with it?
I'm cool with it. Night all.
Okay. Well, all right.
Hi, Elaine. Bye, Elaine.
Bye-bye.
Love you as always, Elaine. That gets me right there. So we're gonna move into a social commentary. That's why I brought you in here.
Oh, good. I'm really, I just don't know a lot about
Just for you, Wendy,
politics.
I'll be semi. Put my shoulder down. Oh. In the
Hey,
South
show me some
too.
skin. Hey, you want me to show my boobs?
I can show mine. It's not illegal for me to show mine on these. Then it doesn't become an OnlyFans chat.
Oh, I mean that's horrible. So Brandon, I'm restructuring the show. So first half of the show is
Oh.
all political commentary. The second half of the show we're going to have social commentary. So a social commentary.
That's my half.
Okay, right. So now I have to ask, how much money would it take for you to bottom for Mike Johnson?
Oh.
How
Why
much
you gotta
money?
ask?
How much money is there in Trump world media or whatever? Zero? Then nothing. It would be a lot. It would have to be a lot. I know you didn't
Why
ask
do-
me, but I'm gonna fucking answer it anyway. It would have to be a lot.
Well, I mean, especially for somebody. Well, I can't assume anything, I guess. So never mind. I can't say that you haven't ever done it. So maybe you have.
No,
I mean, look,
look. No. Hold on. You asked Brandon a question, and he didn't answer this. He hasn't. We're not going to let
I'm
him.
trying to distract everyone. I'm trying to.
We're not going to let him
distract
trump
you.
his way out of this. You have to answer the question straight, sir.
I can't answer it straight.
Okay, we'll answer it gaily then.
Oh, all right. Well, I would rather suck on a frozen pickle stick.
Would you rather better question. Would you rather suck on one of those really, really, really spicy warhead pickles? Like gigantic, like sausage size, fit in the back door size pickle that are spicy
Mhm.
and hot as shit. Would you rather suck on
Keep
that
going.
frozen
Keep going.
or on Mike Johnson's Little Johnson?
I'll take the pickle.
We'll take the
right,
pickle.
right.
Yeah, I'll take the pickle over the Johnson.
I mean, if we're just
It might
talking
not be
about-
very much. I don't know. It's unconfirmed.
Look, if we're talking about just choice, like Mike Johnson or something else, I'd be licking a hooker's ass. I would be licking a hooker's ass.
I'd rather do the Coke that comes off of like just over the butt crack than Mike Johnson.
Yes.
Like on some dirty dude named Larry too. Like some dirty hairy dude named Larry. I'd rather do that. Like and I'm not saying I ever have. I
Well.
wouldn't, no, but the hypothetical. Like I would rather do that off of Don Jr.'s back than Mike Johnson.
Right.
Don Jr. is kind of is good looking, actually.
He is. He's better looking than his father is. He'd be better
Well,
looking
I
if he
mean,
wasn't a fascist prick.
well, there's
Aaron, he's
that. I
not.
mean,
Mike Johnson
What if
is
he is
not good
great
at
at
building.
pillow talk? Mike Johnson ain't good at
No,
pillow talk. He
Mike
can't
Johnson
talk.
is out.
He can't talk in front of the camera.
No, yeah.
If you can't talk on
I
the
don't,
camera, you ain't got no pillow talk.
I don't
I'm
see it.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. That's it. No.
I could imagine Mike. I could imagine Mike Johnson as a single finger, and I'll
Hmm.
leave it at that.
Yeah, he has this problem.
It's like a pinky, but that's all he could probably fit too.
Yeah. So
Well, let's ask. Here's the real question, Wendy. What happened to that kid he adopted? That like black son Mike Johnson adopted suspiciously when he was a young teenager or a young adult, and that kid was like suspiciously close to his age, but not an adult. And he never talks about his son. Like he has a fourth son, like he's some black kid he adopted some random time, but they never talk about him.
yeah, so
Hmm.
his adopted son Michael
Mm,
James
Hmm.
was
it's
has
sus.
has consistently praised his dad.
Hmm.
Um, and like he was homeless, and that's why he adopted him and this shit. And so,
Sus. It's like
yeah,
Matt Gates adopting that young man or that boy who was homeless and underage too.
yeah,
Like there's something there and not in a good way. And it's not about sexual orientation for them. It's about power. Like there's something there that's wrong and gross on their side. Um, ugh.
yeah.
We went down a weird rabbit hole. Sorry. All right,
No,
here's a better question. Matt Gates or Mike Johnson? For you,
oh my
Brandon.
God.
For you.
Oh, for me, let me look at a picture. I'm pretty sure
Matt
it's.
Gates. So Matt Gates sort of looks like every generic youth pastor who is going to hurt you.
Oh, he totally does. Yeah, he looks like a televangelist, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Um,
Mike Johnson looks like a Ted Bundy wannabe. Just
Yeah.
there's something off.
No, I'm not doing it.
You're not doing it, Wendy?
No. Look, there's a lot. Look, actually,
Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert.
oh God, really?
I wasn't going to go with the other obvious
Like Lauren
choice,
Boebert, but only if I could get really, 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 really fucking high first.
only if you can go to a Beetlejuice show.
Yeah, right. If I could astronaut that night, okay, maybe. I could, so, so I read through while we were chatting or whatever. I read through the Ohio GOP bill. So get this: they want to be able to post dead names. Anybody that goes to a Ohio school will have their dead name posted on their public records. Um, they will restrict trans students from using preferred names or pronouns. They will ban all drag in the school. All drag in the school will get banned. And then,
What's considered
orient,
drag?
yeah, right.
Is
Orientation,
girls wearing makeup drag? Are boys getting hair? No, but it's serious in the South though, because my state is considering, Arkansas is considering making a law against gender affirming haircuts. What the fuck is a gender affirming haircut? Like, is a mullet a boys only cut? Is bald a boys only? Is long hair on one side with a swooping bang that looks super cool because your kids see it in like an anime and they want to do that? Is that a girl's cut for on a boy?
so,
Is short hair on a little girl a boy's cut? Like those aren't gender affirming. They're just haircuts, right?
right.
At least to
There's a
me, it's just a
larger,
haircut.
there's a
I had
larger,
freaking dreads. I had box braids. I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s. Like, I missed one fucking day in the 90s. And so I can say I'm a 90s baby. Like, my first words were turtle power. I have tattoos on my side of the Ninja Turtles because my first words were turtle power growing up. Like I'm a 90s
Turtle
kid to the
power.
core. Hell yeah. Mikey, don't even ask.
So there's a larger narrative there. The larger narrative is this: if anti-gender affirming care bills pass, that means that there are gender affirming surgeries that heteronormative people could get that they would never qualify for. There are a large body of, for instance, teenage men who go through gynecomastia. They grow boobs. It's a gender affirming surgery to remove those,
Mm-hmm.
or it's a gender affirming medication line to give that kid testosterone to stop that. And so banning gender affirming care
Hurts everyone.
creates that screws a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. It's
That
the
screws
consequences to actions. It's the tertiary or the secondary, or in software, we would call them edge cases. But in real life, they're called people. It's people that get hurt because of bad policy and policies that are meant to out and strangle and kill the LGBTQ plus community. Like that's the whole point, is to stop us all from existing. Like I'm part of the community too. I'm bi, so it's who I am and I don't care because it took me a long time to accept it. And once I finally did, I was like, oh, okay, like cool. Now I can finally be me all the way, and accept myself. And guess what? It's fucking awesome and cool. And everybody should do that. And the problem is so many of them are just like on the edge of doing it. Like they're so close to just accepting that they're gay or trans or bi or whatever, asexual, pansexual, whatever they really are. They're so close. They're just so angry that they've been told they can't be what they want to be or need to be. Not even want to be, what they are. And it kind of sucks. It's like Lawrence's book about the young boy who's growing up in the new Confederacy and can't be gay and hates himself because of it and has to become an anti-patriot because his country hates gay people. Like, we don't want to live in a world like that. I don't want to live in a world like that. That kind of sucks. Like, who makes the best music? Come on. Who makes the best music in the country? Who makes the best musicals in the country? Who makes the best theater? Who makes the best? It's gay people. Don't fucking try and get rid of us. Gay people make the best shit. You like get the fuck out of here. Like straight white people, we suck. Heteronormative white people, we're kind of is boring.
I completely agree. So this other thing I read, Brandon, I want your thoughts about this because I think this is something you will have an opinion about. So there's a math teacher out of Rutgers who's a trans guy, and he you know he's come out as a trans man, and so his whole shtick is he says like owning my identity as a butch. He uses dyke. I mean, are we trying to take the word dyke back because that was like a bad word for a while, but now people are trying to take.
I mean, we did it with gay and queer, so why not?
You're right. Okay, so he says nowadays when my students enter my math classroom, they see my beard, my balding head, my dad bod, and my testosterone-infused voice, and I'm pretty much a regular American guy. I was in the Knicks band. I could change a tire, and I'm the roach eliminator in my home. God, I hate roaches. So here's the thing: he has taken on this narrative where he can teach young men to respect women, and I'm like, who better to teach young men to respect women than a trans guy?
Right.
I mean,
that makes sense.
Is it just me, or does that actually track?
I mean, it makes sense to me. I mean,
I mean, I can't think of a better person that would teach the ethics of treating women right than a trans guy.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I
it's
believe
sort
I
of
believe
like,
that.
I mean, most
Like it's
trans,
you live through a different experience and you bring that experience in a way that young men can't identify with unless somebody tells or shows them and is a male figure in their life that can show them that courage or that just integrity to and just the basics. Like men trust other men more often than not, and if you look like them, they'll trust you even more. Um, it's a tribal thing. Um, and so I think it's okay. I think it's great. I think we should be learning from everybody and lived experiences more. And like, I think a trans woman is a great gateway for men to be able to learn about women too, because you have an experience on both sides of the spectrum as well. You have lived from a man to being who you are as a woman, and that gives you a unique perspective that young men might see and go, "Oh, it's really not that different than what I do or what I believe." Because you're
It's just
really
like with the
not.
math teacher. I
Mhm.
mean, they would have that true empathy and be able to
exactly.
convey that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you on that point, Brandon. I see people ask me as a trans woman, how could I have ever deserted my white male privilege or whatever? I'm like, I never wanted it to begin with. I didn't want white male privilege. Um, what I wanted was, you know, I wanted my kitchen. I wanted my, you know, I know it's, you know, kind of funny to say that from a male perspective when I was younger, but, um, so when people ask me about my white male privilege, I'm like, no, I don't. Now, I will say that, and then today I went out door dashing because, I'm dealing with financial struggles or whatever. I got fagged like 8 times today.
Oh.
I got sissy 4 times, and so by like really shitty fucking people. And then like at the end, I did this brilliant delivery. And then I'll tell you, this is funny. It's a funny story. But then at the end, like I did a delivery for this girl, and she was like, "Oh, are you a queer person?" And I said, "Yes, I'm a trans." She's like, "You're valid, and you're seen, and I want to give you a hug." And I was like, "Okay, I can do this again tomorrow." No, don't start crying on me, Brandon, please.
No, I'm not.
um,
I'm not.
um, but the last delivery I did, I'm pretty sure I delivered a bomb. It was a box.
A
It
lot of
was
duct tape.
not food or whatever, and I'm shameful to say this, but it was to a guy, and the guy's name was Mustafa or whatever, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, okay." And then I handed him a box, and he was like, um, "We're very delicate with the box. There are sensitive things in the box." And I went, yeah, okay, here you go." Sarah, no, it wasn't ticking, but
I was just about to ask that. Was it ticking?
was it ticking? Like if it was ticking, I would have just left it there and then run away.
You're like, "Here's your gift. Bye. I'm out.
Yep, here we go. Goodbye. I'm not taking responsibility.
No touch delivery. Goodbye."
So, was it from Bad Dragon? Okay, look, I've already caught to owning a Bad Dragon before and having broken it. Wait, Brandon, you know what a Bad Dragon is, right?
Bad dragon. Well, no. I was assuming that was an unsavory Chinese place.
That's a bad Chinese food that makes the good
Yeah.
dragon go out.
No,
It's like the
bad,
Taco Bell of Chinese food.
yeah, bad-dragon.com.
Oh boy.
No thanks.
Do I
Is
dare?
it?
I don't think I should visit that website for some
No,
Is
reason.
it like
Yeah.
two girls, one cup
Yes.
sort of thing?
Oh, I haven't
No,
looked that up
no.
either, but I'm
No,
not.
Adult entertainment devices.
Oh yeah. Well,
Oh,
Yes.
I've got a few of those.
Right.
don't we all?
Who doesn't? I mean, let's be honest. But I broke mine, so you can judge me now.
Mm.
Haven't we all?
Well, yeah.
So, do you have anything today, Brandon? I really just wanted to get.
Oh, no, not in particular. I guess I just I was thinking about things that we were talking about earlier, but now it's gone out the window. The the outing of people in schools outing to their parents. I mean that one is, I think, horrible. You know, it is very much an intentionally harmful thing. It's not to inform the parents. It's not to create some kind of trust between the school and the parents. It is hurtful, definitely. I get mad about that one.
Thank you for
And
answering that question honestly, too, and openly for me, Wendy. I asked it in good faith because I know this group would answer it honestly. And I want to make sure that, like, if any of my followers or anyone who's in here doesn't know, is the answer is no, don't out people for for sexual orientation or gender orientations. It's okay to
I
out
think it
people as a
happens a lot.
Nazi, but it's not
well.
okay to out people as gay or trans or bi or any of it. That's
I think
not
it
okay.
happens a
And
lot in England, actually.
Let me ask you, Brandon. Like, have you ever been purposely outed by somebody? I imagine the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did
So-
you deal with that? How you
Can't-
would deal with it and
Hold-
how I dealt with it were
Hold on, before you answer that question, just so that we have a refresher, Kimmy asked, what was the question? It was, is it okay to out gay Republicans? I had asked
Oh,
earlier,
right.
is it okay to out gay Republicans? And we got a really good answer on it. And the answer is no. But
Yeah, I don't.
that
I mean,
was
even
preface for the story for Kimmy so that we could, everybody was caught up too.
I wouldn't. I mean, even for someone I disliked or that I would even consider an enemy, I wouldn't. That's something I wouldn't do. I don't. It's just. I know how it feels, and even though you might think that someone deserves to be hurt in some way, I just don't feel like that's ever the way to go. So that's my answer, at least.
People have outed me before, and I have gone to those people and said, "I want you to never do that again." And at a larger capacity, Gizmo's mom did it a bunch, but she was doing it to people within her family that thought that they were going to be nice about it. Turns out some of those people were not actually nice about it, and so, you know, I hate to tell this story, but one of Gizmo's great aunts died, and I went to the funeral, and I had like 1.5 nails with like all the pretty designs and shit on them, and so I wasn't gonna take them off, and so I tried to hide them or whatever, and so and I was about 1.5 years into my transition, and sure enough, like 2 or 3 of the people that were there were like walked up to me, "You're an abomination and you're disgusting." and you're a sick individual. And so I was like, I'm just trying to live. I'm not. It's like when like I Kimmy Gizmo's my kid, and so you know, but like the three like cool cousins or family members that were there, one of them walks up and he's like, "Hey, like, are those real?" And I went, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, so that means that you're," and I went, "Yeah." And he said, "Oh, well, I want you to know I'm cool with it." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Why?" And he was like, "Oh, I work for Cody's, the cosmetics company, and my CEO is a trans guy." And I was like, "Oh." And then like his two brothers walked over and they were like, "Are those real?" And I went, "Yeah." Can I touch them? And I'm like, "Here you go, touch." And wow, how do you type with that? And I'm like, very delicately.
That's always been a question of mine is like people who type, who have long
Yeah.
fingernails and are software engineers or typists, like the idea of having to do this or like drill your like nails in like is scares me. Like I have to clip my nails or keep them short because if they get too long, they hit the edge of the keys on my keyboard. And I like the soft touch, like flat keyboards that are fast because I hate mechanical keyboards. They go clickety clackety and I don't like the noise. And it's just bleh. Um it's a it's something. I don't like the noise. It's just the clickety clackety, just shiver. And I can't do it all day. It's too much distance for my finger. It's weird to say that. Like it was too much distance for my fingers to have to go. When you're typing all day, it's you you sort of get what I like. We all type a lot. Is like you get your wrists get tired. You don't want to have to type so far. Your fingers get tired.
Normally, what I do when I get my nails done is I get S&S dips, so they're very heavy and they're very thick, and then I get like 1/4 inch tips only, and then I go with the flat edge tips, so that those nails like hit my keys. Now, admittedly, I have the cool C64 keyboard, so that key is very soft. It doesn't have a lot of hard contact against it. So, you know, that works for me. But and yeah, I mean I have to have a delicate keyboard to type when I have nails, but you know.
There was a question I wanted to go back to that I saw in the chat
Oh,
before we
please.
get too far
Where
off topic.
I'm
It was
open to
totally on, huh? Yeah, this will be super quick. It was somebody had asked, and I want to make sure I get back to it, was it was about the while we were talking about outing people was what if they are trying to hurt other gays? Then you don't out them for being gay, you out them for being a bigot.
Yes, I agree
Like
with
you
that.
attack them for the personality flaw and not I was just thinking about this is there's a difference and why it's important we don't out people for orientation or gender is because you don't out somebody for their personhood, but you can out somebody for a personality trait. Like bigotry is a personality trait. They choose to be bigoted. You choose to be racist. You choose to be a Nazi. I'm going to out you for shit like that because that's a personality trait and not a personhood trait. So I think, thank you for answering my question. And that's really why I wanted to come on tonight was to get a little more clarification and make sure that we knew like what is appropriate because people are going to do really shitty things over the next couple years, probably couple months, especially. Like I dealt with somebody who said something really anti-Semitic in the chat last night with me and Shane Urich, and Shane kicked him out. It was one of his subscribers, and he booted the guy and he banned him, and that was a lot. That meant a lot to me because I called it out, and he did it, and it was simple. That's all we have to do. We have to attack people for bad personality traits and not personhood traits
Yes.
because you
Yeah,
can't
because
train.
if you
Yeah, go
out
ahead.
somebody for being gay because they outed somebody, you're no better than they are. You're doing the exact same thing. It's eye for an eye kind of mentality, and you don't want to stoop to that level.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
because that doesn't benefit anybody, and it certainly doesn't have a positive effect. It really doesn't. I mean, not to me anyway.
No, thank you. I just wanted to make sure we got that question answered too, because I think that was an important one.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
Because we don't hurt our own community, but other people are going to, and we're also going to have to deal with people who are coming in to the space who are not as used to the community and being aware of hateful speech as much. It's like anti-Semitism is built into a lot of language. Anti-transphobia is built into a lot of language. Gay, uh, it's not a phobia. You can't be afraid of gay people. You're just a bigot. But bigotry is built into a lot of language. And we have to help guide people out of that bigotry too. And that's going to take time for some folks. So that'll be partially my job, is because I can help people that are more like me guide out, and it doesn't have to be anybody else's. Like that's the job of straight white dudes, or straight-ish white dudes, or straight passive white
Straight-ish.
dudes. Straight-ish. Nah, the arrow bends sometimes. It's like Angelina Jolie curving that fucking bullet, somehow magic. But like it's jobs for me and people like me to go, hey bro, it's okay. Like, here's a better way to say what you said. And you won't hurt people, but you can get the same message across.
Right. Yeah, exactly. 100%. So, anything else? Brandon, by the
No.
way, I wrote a fucking, I'm just going to tell you, I wrote you a fucking paragraph of shit.
Oh, and the new one?
No, in the Discord chat, you need to I just want one confirmation there, because that would be really nice.
And what are you talking about? What?
I sent you a whole shitload of stuff in Discord.
Oh, Disco. Okay, yeah, I'll check that. Yeah.
Yeah, just go look at that. Anyway.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
all right, so we're at the top of the hour. Brandon, Nick, thank you both tremendously. I'm going to do a midday live tomorrow, Brandon, the trauma work one. Do you want to call?
Yeah, I think I can make it.
As long as don't do it at 11:30 a.m. CST.
No.
I'm doing a show with Frederick Pogue and Tim Fullerton at that time. And I want everyone to be there because he's part of the Find Out podcast. And he's one of the straightish and straight white guys who look like me, or look enough like me, who are trying to do something. And I want to make sure that our voices and your voices, and like I want to introduce some people, especially veterans, into the community and get some talks with either Wendy, maybe, or even you, Brandon, with some folks that are unexpected for our communities, so that we can spread more awareness and give people ideas on like what you can actually do, and rather than being sick of the shit, do the shit.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Also, Wendy, thank you. Thank you for letting me come on.
No, 100%, always. I'm gonna let you both go, and then we're gonna bring it down. Nick?
Goodbye.
Brandon.
Farewell. Adieu.
Auf Wiedersehen. Okay. So, wow, 127 tonight. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for everybody that talked in the chat. Thank you for all the positive words. If you're new here, please subscribe. We're just a big family. We talk to each other. We're all friends here. We're all interconnected, and we all share our experiences. And that's the only way that any of us get through all of the bullshit that we're getting through. So with that, I will say, and if you are a free subscriber, consider becoming a paid subscriber, because I don't want to do DoorDash for the next year and a half until my publication becomes profitable. Thank you for considering that. But with that, I will tell all of you good night. Stay safe out there. If you're in a safe space, stay there, get there, do what you have to do to keep yourself safe, because, like I said, I can't do this without any of you. You know, we can't do it without each other. And with that, I will tell you all good night. I love you all and be safe.